Hey guys, I'm back with another What's for Dinner video. And this night I was making salami guisado with white rice and just a side of broccoli. So basically it's just like a stewed salami. So to this you're going to need a Dominican salami, some garlic, some of my famous green sauce that I make myself. In that it has Cubanelle peppers, um, cilantro, celery, onions, and you can put garlic, but I like to put the garlic on the side so I can control it. And then some sofrito and some sazon and adobo. So what you're gonna do is cut up your salami and fry it off first. You can find this in if you live somewhere that has a large Hispanic population, you can actually find it in Walmart or, if you have Hispanic stores around you. If not, I am sorry. So I just use about a tablespoon of garlic, a tablespoon of my special green sauce, which I will teach you guys how to make. And then, yeah, tablespoons. And then 2 tablespoons of the liquid sazon ranchero. Again, you can find these things in your local Hispanic section, Walmart, or if you have Hispanic stores around you. So what I did was just give that a good mix and then add maybe about a third of a cup of water and a heaping tablespoon of tomato paste. I just broke the tomato paste down and made it into, incorporated it into the sauce. So that is going to get a little bit thick. So then I did add maybe another third of a cup of water. This is just really depends on how you like it. I like mine a little bit more thick, but some people do like theirs thinner. My son likes his thinner. And then I just served this with some white rice and broccoli on the side. And you just basically pour this over the rice. I did it like this for show, but you basically pour it over the rice and eat it like that. And that was that. So then the next night it was really easy. We just had some hot dogs, chili dogs. So I just basically opened a can of chili, warmed that up, cut up some purple onions. I really like the purple onions better than the white onions. I don't know why, maybe just the color. And then it was kind of cold out, so I did cook the hot dogs inside on the cast iron grill skillet. And I got those nice little marks on there, so that's pretty cool. And then I just served this up with some Annie's organic mac and cheese, the broccoli, white cheddar broccoli mac and cheese. And alongside it, just put some asparagus. My son is in love with asparagus. So this night for dinner, we had something called beefsteak encebollado. It's pretty much just a really inexpensive cut of beef. It's cube steak. So you're going to want to use that. And I use 2 heaping tablespoons, again, of my green sauce. I'm going to have to do a video on how to make that coming up when I need it. And then a really big tablespoon of garlic, a tablespoon and a half of garlic. Then I'm going to use 1 packet of the Goya Sazon. That is pretty salty in itself, so that's why you don't add any other, salt to this. And then maybe I had a little with this oil. It wasn't really wanting to work for me. Whatever. So we had to take the lid off. That's okay. I'm going to say maybe about a tablespoon and a half of oil. This is like all with your heart. So if you do a little bit more, a little bit less, it's okay. It's not a big deal. And then I probably used about 2 tablespoons of, again, the liquid ranchero sazon. And then maybe about a teaspoon of the Goya adobo. And the same thing with the soy sauce. Maybe about I'd say, let's check it out. Maybe about a tablespoon of soy sauce. Better to use the low sodium soy sauce because the other 2 ingredients in here do have a good amount of salt. So once you have that, you're just going to want to let that marinate. You can let it marinate half an hour, or 4 hours overnight. The longer you let it marinate, the better. So then you're going to want to take, again, I use purple onion. Typically, purple onion is used in this dish, but you can use white. And I don't know why I cut the onion this way. I was asking to cut a finger off. Pretty much that's what I was doing. So just cut your onion up, and you're going to want to put that in a bowl and put some vinegar on top of that. I'm using red wine vinegar, I believe that was. I'm not sure, but regular vinegar is what I typically use. I just was out. So then in a pan on the stove, heated pan, I just put some oil, a couple tablespoons of oil. Let that get hot, and then I just put the meat down and let it cook. So this is not going to be something that you're going to cook when you are really hungry. This is kind of a labor of love. That's why you use such an inexpensive, tough cut of meat, as if meat is, that's not even a thing anymore, inexpensive. So you're going to want to put those in the pan and let them just cook down in their own juices. Reserve all of that juice that was, all of the seasoning that was in your bowl. So you're going to want to let these cook down, and you're going to flip them and let them cook down and stay in their own juices, and just let them cook for a long time. They're going to produce a lot of juice. You don't want to get rid of that. So once they've cooked for what seems like forever, maybe I'm going to say a half an hour at this point, it's going to start drying up. So I just added a little bit of water into there because to clean the bowl out real good. And then you're just going to want to put all of that liquid into your pan and just keep basting and basting. This overall cooked for about an hour. So you're just gonna, after about an hour, you're gonna want to throw your onions in there when it's almost done and let them cook just a little bit till they get soft. You don't want them falling apart. So just push them around there, get them into the juice, get them all zhuzhed up, and there you go. It's ready to eat. Again, I served this over white rice, but you can serve it with anything you'd like, but I think white rice is the best thing to serve it with. So this night we did have quesadillas. You see the pan is dirty because I made one before this without jalapenos, but this one I did put jalapenos in, so that's what I'm showing. So just use any kind of, this is what I had in my pantry. I'm still doing the pantry clean out, so I had the small tortilla shells, taco shells, burrito shells, whatever these little ones are, fajita shells, I think. I just used a mix of the cheese that I had in my refrigerator, and I just topped it off with some jalapeno peppers. I spread those babies out and then topped it up with another shell and let that cook and get brown. Do not burn it. This is kind of like one of those things. If you burn it, it's going to be gross, like a grilled cheese. So just let it get brown, let the cheese melt, and then you're going to flip it over, and I served it with some salsa, sour cream, and taco sauce. So this is what we had for dinner this week. I hope you liked. Please consider subscribing.